Imagine for a moment a creature stepping out of the shadows, not the agile, wisecracking Nightcrawler we know and love, but something far more primal. Picture piercing yellow eyes that hold a deep, simmering bitterness, a truly monstrous form, cloaked in an aura of malice. His iconic tail, not an expressive appendage, but a threatening, whip-like extension of his demonic heritage. This was the first spark, the initial vision for Kurt Wagner, a concept so strikingly different from the gentle, faithful hero we embrace today. It's a fascinating journey, one that takes us into the very heart of comic book creation, where ideas morph and characters find their true calling in unexpected ways. Today, we're going to explore the radical transformation of Nightcrawler, from a creature of pure darkness to one of Marvel's most enduring and beloved figures. The story begins with the incredible artist and writer Dave Cochram. Before Nightcrawler ever graced the pages of an X-Men comic, he was a character waiting in the wings, designed for an entirely different universe Cochram had in mind. In this nascent concept, Nightcrawler was envisioned not as a hero, but a genuine demon. Not merely demon-like in appearance, but an actual infernal being, rejected from hell itself. He was intended to be part of a team called the Outsiders, a group of unique characters that Cochram had created for a proposed series. Within this ensemble, Nightcrawler would have played a very specific role, a bitter, resentful sidekick to a much larger, more imposing hero. His personality was meant to be as sharp and jagged as his appearance, a creature perpetually angry, eternally at odds with the world, haunted by his infernal origins and harboring a deep, almost tangible contempt. There was no warmth, no humor, no hint of the romantic soul we've come to associate with Kurt. He was simply a monstrous figure, a visual representation of the horror and tragedy of his existence. It's a stark image, isn't it? A character designed to evoke fear, perhaps even revulsion, rather than empathy. He was a demon who had chosen to reject his home, but without finding a new one, leaving him adrift and perpetually hostile. However, the path of creative endeavors is rarely straight. When Dave Cochram was brought on board to revive the struggling X-Men title at Marvel, he needed new characters. The previous X-Men team had largely disbanded, and writer Len Wein was tasked with assembling a new, international roster for Giant-Size X-Men #1 in 1975. Cochram, with his rich imagination and a trove of unused designs, saw an opportunity. He presented Nightcrawler to Len Wein, along with other characters who would become iconic, such as Storm and Colossus. Initially, Wein was hesitant. The existing Nightcrawler design was undeniably striking, but he felt that a pure demon might be too outlandish, too difficult to integrate into the burgeoning Marvel universe, especially alongside human or mutant heroes. But Cochram had faith in his creation, and together a remarkable transformation began. This is where the magic truly happened, where two creative minds took a concept and elevated it to something profoundly more complex and compelling. Wein and Cochram decided to keep Nightcrawler's striking demonic appearance, the blue fur, the pointed ears, the fangs, the tail, the incredible power of teleportation. But they fundamentally rewrote his internal landscape. They softened his personality, peeling back the layers of bitterness to reveal something entirely unexpected, a gentle, romantic soul. This Nightcrawler was not a demon, but a mutant, ostracized for his appearance, yet yearning for acceptance and connection. And perhaps the most pivotal, most brilliant stroke was the introduction of his deep, unwavering sense of faith. This was the masterstroke that elevated him from a simple monster character to a complex, beloved hero. Imagine the stark contrast, a character who looks like he stepped straight out of a nightmare, yet possesses a profound, almost saintly devotion to God, and a remarkable capacity for kindness and compassion. It challenged every expectation, every prejudice, both within the comic's narrative and in the minds of the readers. This duality became Nightcrawler's defining characteristic. His demonic looks served as a constant reminder of the world's judgment, while his inner spirit shone with an incredible light, illuminating his empathy, his wit, his almost theatrical flair, and his boundless optimism. This profound internal conflict, the outward appearance versus the inner truth, made him incredibly relatable. It spoke to anyone who has ever felt judged by their exterior or who has struggled to find beauty and purpose in a world that often sees only difference. The decision to make Nightcrawler a devout Catholic, to give him a gentle heart and a theatrical sense of humor, was not just a narrative choice, it was a character-defining one. It allowed him to stand out not just for his unique powers or appearance, but for his profound humanity, making him an anchor for the X-Men's message of acceptance and understanding. He wasn't just a powerful mutant, he was a moral compass, a friend, a romantic, and a devout believer in the inherent good of life, even when life treated him unfairly. From a discarded concept of a bitter, rejected demon, Nightcrawler was reborn as Kurt Wagner, the agile, swashbuckling hero who could BAMF into battle with a cheerful quip and unwavering courage. His journey from Fiend to faithful hero is a powerful testament to the creative process, illustrating how a character's initial design, no matter how striking, can be utterly transformed by a shift in personality and purpose. It reminds us that often the most compelling heroes are those who defy expectations, whose true nature shines brightest in contrast to their outward appearance. Nightcrawler isn't just a popular character, he's an emblem of hope, a reminder that we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and that faith and kindness can reside in the most unexpected places. His story is a beautiful testament to the power of thoughtful character development, turning a simple monster into a complex, relatable, and truly beloved figure. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Nightcrawler's journey. Which version of Nightcrawler captured you the most, and what do you think of his incredible transformation? Share your favorite Nightcrawler moments or any other characters whose origins surprise you in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the heart of comic book creation, consider following our channel for more thoughtful explorations of your favorite stories and heroes. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating worlds within us and around us.